The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, a timeless tale of friendship and adventure. Once upon a time, deep in the heart of the 100 Acre Wood, there lived a bear named Winnie the Pooh. Pooh was no ordinary bear. He had a round tummy, a love for honey, and the most gentle heart. He lived with his friends, a colorful bunch of animals, each with their own quirks and personalities, but all sharing one important thing in common. They all loved Pooh and Pooh loved them. The 100 Acre Wood was a magical place where adventures were always just around the corner, and every day was a new opportunity for fun and friendship. Let's take a journey through some of the exciting escapades that Pooh and his friends experienced together. The bear who loved honey. Winnie the Pooh was often seen walking around the 100 Acre Wood with his head in the clouds, thinking of one thing, and one thing only, honey. It was his greatest passion, and his love for it was as big as the forest itself. Whenever Pooh could, he would sneak into his secret stash of honey, or wander off in search of new supplies. One of Pooh's most famous adventures begins with a simple craving. One day, as he was strolling through the wood, Pooh found himself thinking about honey, of course, and decided that he absolutely needed some. But the problem was, he didn't have any honey with him at that moment. So like any wise bear would, he thought about how to get some. Why not ask my friend Rabbit? Pooh mused. After all, Rabbit's house was full of all sorts of tasty treats. With that thought, Pooh made his way over to Rabbit's house. Rabbit, ever the sensible one, welcomed Pooh, but soon realized that Pooh had a rather large appetite. In fact, Pooh had a habit of eating more than his fair share, and Rabbit didn't have enough honey to satisfy Pooh's cravings. But Rabbit, being a good friend, decided to help Pooh out in the best way he knew how, by giving him all the honey he had. Pooh was overjoyed and gobbled up the honey quickly, but the more he ate, the more he realized he had eaten too much. Soon he could hardly move. He was stuck. He had eaten so much that he couldn't fit through Rabbit's door. Rabbit, ever practical, had a plan. He would have Pooh go on a diet and try to lose some weight so that he could fit out of the door. Pooh, though not thrilled with this idea, agreed to give it a try. Days passed, and Pooh ate less and exercised more, all the while staying hopeful that he would soon be able to escape. Finally, the day came when Pooh was thin enough to get out of the door, and he was free at last. The adventure ended with Pooh's belly still round, but not quite as full, and Rabbit's home finally restored to order. Pooh and the Heffalump Hunt. One of Pooh's most memorable adventures involved a mysterious creature called the Heffalump. The Heffalump, as Pooh and his friends imagined it, was a large and fearsome beast, though none of them had ever actually seen one. One day, Pooh and his dear friend Piglet decided to go on a hunt to find a Heffalump. Piglet, being the smaller and more cautious of the two, was a little nervous, but Pooh was full of excitement. The two set off through the forest, searching high and low for any signs of the Heffalump. They came across a large pit, and, thinking it was the perfect trap for catching a Heffalump, decided to dig a hole to capture the beast. They worked together, digging away at the ground with all their might. But as the days went by, nothing happened. No Heffalump showed up. They even heard some strange noises in the woods, which only made Piglet more frightened. Yet Pooh remained confident that their hunt would be a success. In the end, the hunt turned out to be a little more eventful than they had planned. They discovered that the strange noises had been made by none other than the Heffalump themselves. It turned out that the Heffalumps were just a figment of their imagination, and their hunt for the creature was a bit of a failure. However, what they discovered along the way was the true beauty of friendship. No matter what the outcome, they were there for each other, and that was the most important part of their adventure. Eeyore's birthday party. Eeyore, the donkey, was one of Pooh's closest friends, though he often found himself feeling a little bit down. Eeyore's gloomy personality was well known, and his friends always did their best to cheer him up. One day, as they were planning a party for Eeyore's birthday, Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, and Rabbit all decided to surprise Eeyore with a grand celebration. The friends went out of their way to make everything special for Eeyore. Pooh brought honey, of course. Piglet made a big bow for Eeyore's gift. Rabbit helped decorate the party area, and Tigger bounced around excitedly. They all put in a lot of effort to make Eeyore feel loved and appreciated. When Eeyore arrived, he was surprised to find that everyone had gathered for his birthday. Despite his usual gloomy demeanor, Eeyore was touched by the thoughtfulness of his friends. They sang happy birthday to him. And even though he was still his usual self, it was clear that he appreciated